Well, that's a difficult question, and it's a question that Reformed people are divided upon. The basic question is this: was the Roman Catholic baptism that was administered done in the name of the Trinity and done with water with the intent to mark the person with the promises of God for his covenant? If you come to the conclusion that that was the original intent of the Roman baptism, then it would seem to me that it is not a requirement that that person be rebaptized. Now, the other side of that coin, and the other side of the position that people in the Reformed Church take is this. They say that since in the 16th century the Roman Catholic Church condemned and anathematized the gospel, that she ceased being a Christian body at that time, so that therefore all of her ordinances and sacraments would henceforth be invalid. Now the question becomes more foggy when we go back in church history to the Donatist controversy, in which priests who had caved to the pressure of persecution and were numbered among the so-called lapsi, those who had lapsed in the faith, and they continued to administer the sacrament, even though they had lapsed from the faith. Was their baptism valid? Augustine, dealing with that issue at the time, answered the question in the affirmative that yes, their baptism was valid, because the validity of the baptism is not determined by the one who administers it, but the one who is administering it is administering a promise that God makes to people to receive certain benefits of the work of Christ if and when they come to faith. And so the integrity of the sacrament rests with the integrity of God, not with the one who administers it. So you have these two sides. The way I generally treat it is this: that if a person who had evangelical baptism as an infant, for example, and comes to me and wants me to rebaptize him, I won't do it. If a person comes to me who was baptized in a Roman Catholic environment as an infant and comes to me and says they don't believe in the validity of that baptism, would I baptize them? I usually will. So it's one of those questions that's really complicated and complex, but I basically told you the gist of my view here.